Hello, we're the PNC Newsgirls, Mia
and Maya, reading the news 6 days a week because you're too lazy.
Saturday, July 8th, 2023.
Okay. Nature knows no political frontiers. She begins by establishing life on this globe and then watches the free play of forces. Those who show the greatest courage in industry are the children nearest to her heart, and they will be granted the
Sovereign
right of existence. Adolf Hitler.
Alright, quick column. Biden whistleblower gal loft. I may have to live on the run for the rest of my life. The Biden Department of Justice had Luft, the founder and executive director of the Washington-based Institute for the Analysis of Global Security, IAGS, arrested on suspicion of arms trafficking to China and Libya, lying to the FBI and violating the Foreign Agent Registration Act.
FARA.
FARA. According to his arrest warrant, he's facing up to 96 years in prison if convicted of the charges.
Just say life. It's not that hard.
Just say life. Bro.
Just say life. Okay. Ukraine to seize bank from Russian billion. My voice is dying. Ukraine to seize bank from Russian billionaires. Bloomberg. Ukraine plans to seize Sense Bank, previously known as Alpha Bank Ukraine, from its Russian owners, Mikhail Friedman and Pyotr Avin, Bloomberg reported on Friday, citing sources. According to the report, the move is expected mid-July. Sense Bank is Ukraine's 11th largest in terms of assets and is considered a systemically important lender. Friedman and Avin own the bank via Luxembourg?
Yeah, Luxembourg.
Based holding company ABH Holdings, which controls the lender's Cyprus?
Yeah, Cyprus.
Based parent ABH Financial Limited.
Alright. Lebanon Deputy Central Bank Governor's threat to collectively resign dangerous Deputy Prime Minister. What? Okay. Deputy Primer Sadi Chami said on Friday deputy governors of Lebanon's central bank should run it if no governor is appointed by the end of the month, calling their threat to collectively resign dangerous, Reuters reports.
Okay. Florida issued malaria alert as 2 more people catch deadly mosquito-borne disease, in first U.S. outbreak in 2 decades. The individuals were in Sarasota County and diagnosed between June 25th and July 1st, local health authorities said. It brings the total number of malaria patients reported in the U.S. this year to 7, with 4 others in Florida and 1 in Texas. The disease has been detected in the U.S. again for the first time in 2 decades, with officials fearing that local mosquitoes are now carrying the illness and spreading it when they bite humans.
Lovely.
Malaria.
Alright, we'll call up. The fix is in. Joe Biden has no campaign headquarters, has no plans to hold campaign events, is not spending campaign money, and Democrats aren't worried. Because they'll just cheat. What's there to worry about? Joe Biden is the worst president in U.S. history. Yes, facts. The economy sucks. Inflation is skyrocketing. The border is wide open. His family runs an international crime ring. The White House has cocaine. He sniffs kids and babies. He can't finish his sentence. He's shipping illegal cluster bombs to kill more people in Ukraine. He surrendered to the Taliban and lost U.S. soldiers at the same time. Politico reported.
Okay, then.
Oh my goodness.
We failing.
They're banned. It's funny.
Did Merrick Garland lie about Hunter Biden investigation? Did
Probably.
U.S. Attorney have full authority over charges? DailyMail.com examined the question that still needs answering about probe of Joe's son. The Hunter Biden investigation has a political weight on Biden's White House since the president took office. I was tripping for some reason. Republicans, as part of their investigation into what they call the weaponization of the Justice Department, are examining whether or not West had the authority the Attorney General claimed he had. Hunter Biden, meanwhile, has entered a plea deal with West and his team, but many questions remain.
Alright, Justin Trudeau's Canada shrugs, says out-of-control fires will rage through August. Lovely.
More smoke.
Natural Resources Canada, the agency responsible for the affected territory, revealed on Thursday that the fires had burned 8.8 million hectares of... I've never heard that. It's a term of measuring land. Of land as of June 27th, about 10 times more than the yearly average, according to Canadian press. The head of Canada's Northern Forestry Centre, Michael Norton, said on Thursday that Canadians and their neighbours should expect the emergency situation to continue for the rest of the summer.
Wow. Tucker Carlson reveals chief of police at the Capitol told him the January 6th crowd was filled with federal agents, was never aired by Fox. I interviewed the chief of Capitol Police, Stephen Sund, in an interview that was never aired on Fox, by the way. I was fired before it could air. I'm going to interview him again, Tucker said. Stephen Sund was the totally non-political, worked for the Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi. I mean, this was not some right-wing activist. He was the chief of the Capitol Police on January 6th. He said, oh yeah, that crowd was filled with federal agents. Tucker continued, as time passed, it became more and more obvious that the core claims they made about January 6th were lies.
Yeah, right. Visualizing the global implications.
Implications.
Yeah, implications of fertilizer shortages. Fertilizer, the lifeblood of agriculture and key input in global food production, is currently in high demand. However, as visual capitalists Tessa Di Grandi and Sabrina Fortin explained below, a notable supply shortage could trigger a domino effect of harmful consequences if not addressed. Why are you laughing?
Look at this.
Oh, the gif. The gif of the cat is just like attacking a pillow or something.
Hilarious.
It is kind of funny.
Oh. The cat's up there again. U.S. destroys remaining stockpile of declared chemical weapons. What does that have to do with this cat? The nation was facing a September 30th, 2023 deadline to rid itself of lethal stockpile under the treaty made at the International Chemical Weapons Convention in 1997. Hundreds of thousands of rockets, some containing outlawed mustard gas, nerve agents, and toxins like sarin, have been stored in U.S. deposits since the 1940s. The project was part of a global effort to prohibit any large-scale use, production, development, stockpiling, and transferring of chemical weapons.
Alright, on to the monkey column. Nick Fuentes, I don't know, seduces a trope of black skanks.
I don't...
Okay. For some reason. Just for some reason. That's that. Nick Fuentes. Is it actually Fuentes?
I don't know.
Okay, Nick Fuentes.
I don't know.
Appeared on the Fresh and Fit podcast on Friday night. He had a talk with the boys about race and the Jews and so on. It's pretty good. These guys have a big audience, and this whole white supremacy hater thing kind of falls apart when Nick gets along with black people better than white people.
Okay. Would-be Atlanta nail salon robber ignored by unfazed patrons quietly leaves empty-handed. That's funny.
He got ignored.
That's how you get rid of them. You just simply ignore them. But they're not actually going to shoot anyone. A would-be crook strolled into Atlanta salon and loudly demanded everyone's money, but he left none the richer after patrons and workers completely brushed him aside. Failed robbery at Nail First on Monday was captured on surveillance footage and shared by Atlanta police with hopes of finding the wannabe thief.
That's kind of funny.
Like, if somebody's going to them rob, the chance of them actually shooting anybody is kind of low.
Yeah.
You can just completely ignore them. What
A lot of times they don't even bring like an actual gun.
Yeah, like, what are they gonna do? Shoot you? No.
Alright. An Afghan man who spent years helping U.S. forces in Afghanistan is shot and killed in Washington. Washington AP. At 31 years old, Nasrat Ahmad Yar had spent most of his adult life working with the U.S. military in Afghanistan before escaping to America in search of a better life for his wife and 4 children. He found work as a rideshare driver and even managed to send money back to Afghanistan to help family and friends. He liked to play volleyball with friends in the Washington suburb where many Afghans who fled their country now live. At 6 feet 5 inches, he had a powerful serve. That's pretty tall.
Yeah. France. MP calls for exiting EU free movement pact to slightly stem race war. I don't know how you call an organized mob that seizes weapons and is firing RPGs at the police station a riot.
RPGs? Yeah, it's like, I think it's a missile maybe?
Interesting.
Like a rocket, or like rocket gun or something.
So it's like great.
I don't know. On to the workout column. West Bengal. 11 people killed as violence mars Panchayat?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Panchayat polls. The polling day in West Bengal was marked with violence, vandalism, and bloodshed. 11 people were killed in the violence relating to the elections on Saturday. Among those killed were the 6 TMC members, 1 worker each of BJP, CPI, Congress, and ISF, and another person whose political identity could not be known, said officials. I'm so confused.
Okay. Is that Fukushima?
Yeah.
Discharge plan. Is IAEA report a rubber stamp? Japan appears emboldened to press ahead with its plan to release radioactive water from the Fukushima nuclear plant into the ocean after an IAEA report released earlier this week determined that it met international standards. However, the validity...
Where is it? Yeah, validity.
I know the word, I just don't know how to say it.
Validity? I don't know.
Of the report, completed after a 2-year review, is disputed by scientists and government officials.
I don't know. If I was Japan, where your main meat source is fish, I don't think I would dump radioactive water into the ocean, which is where the fish are. You know what I'm saying? Okay. India's Middle East strategy is the view from the U.S. misleading? As India ups its play in the Middle East, expanding ties with Egypt in light of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent visit to Cairo, increasing cooperation with Israel and Arab countries in the Gulf, as well as Turkey and Iran, its strategy being closely watched in the U.S., traditionally a dominant player in the region.
Okay, last one. Ben & Jerry's HQ is stolen on Native American land, Vermachi says. The Chunky Monkey maker, which previously has waded into controversies around the Israel and Palestine, divided customers this week with a July 4th tweet that said, "The United States was founded on stolen indigenous land. This 4th of July, let's commit to returning it." Ben & Jerry's added that the U.S. should start with Mount Rushmore, writing, "The faces on the Mount Rushmore are the faces of the men who actively work to destroy indigenous cultures and ways of life." Like on Friday, Stevens, that guy, chief of the Nulhagen band of, how do you say that? Abenaki Nation, one of the 4 tribes descended from the Abenaki that are recognized in Vermont, so the post in an interview that he looks forward to any kind of correspondence with the branch to see how they can better benefit indigenous people.
Okay then. Well, thank you for listening to Mia
and Maya. Read the Police Central homepage. Do all the good things.
and give a Monday from our segregated.